Okay everybody, so I'm going to do a video of one of my little cravings. I do not have a camera holder, so it's just me. Um, I get these cravings because, as I've mentioned in one of my videos, is that I have a disease to where I cannot digest food. So my stomach is actually paralyzed, so I get these cravings of something, and I'll taste it, and the way that I basically eat is I chew and I spit. So a meal like this or a snack like this, it has butter, salt, stuff like that. It's kind of easy for me. So I'm going to run you through what I do for mine. Some of y'all guys may, find this intriguing and want to try it yourselves. I will admit it is pretty good. So I am going to put the camera on the stuff. I am going to be setting the camera down a couple of times to where you can't see because I got to use both hands. So what I got here is I got my ramen. Okay, just normal ramen, pepper. I like to use Tony's in it. I use some garlic salt and this little gem. That's salt lime stuff and then butter. So I'm going to get the hot water ready. And while I'm doing that, I'm going to break up the ramen. So give me a few seconds and I'll be right back, okay? So and I already previously washed my hands, so don't worry about that. I like my ramen actually broken up. That's just the way I like it. And of course, you'll hear people, and the directions are to boil the water, then throw your ramen in. For me, I throw it all in at once. That's just how it works for me. Okay? So, as you see, I'm breaking mine up. Okay? And then, taking my ramen with my already hot water going. That's about good. Okay, got that going. Nice and high. Okay, now I'm going to turn the camera around and talk to y'all guys. Okay, so like I have, cravings. Like lately I've been craving sliders, bacon and egg with biscuits. Ramen is one of mine because the way I make it is kind of salty. I've always liked salt in my food. I've always gotten criticized a lot for too much salt, but for me this works good. It does have a lot of butter and stuff like that. But for those of y'all that like ramen, or some people out there that, I got to try this, I just want something different, this may work for y'all. Honestly, it might. Y'all may try this and think, wow, that actually looks pretty good. And don't criticize me. I'm wearing my giant onesie. I look like Big Bird. And like I said, I actually throw mine in all at once. It doesn't matter to me if it's boiling or not. That's just me. I understand that there's a lot of, well, you got to do it this way and this way. I agree with that. Like way back in the day before I actually started attempting to cook, I used to put the oil in and then whatever food it was before it was even hot. I learned right away, don't do that. So, of course, what I do now, unless I extremely forget, is I make sure the pan is hot, then put the oil in, get it nice and hot, and then put the protein or whatever you're going to be making. So I learned to do that. And there is one thing, if you haven't tried it, is ramen noodles, believe it or not, with butter and Frito chips. Now that is really good, trust me. But mine, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ingredients in mine. And then I'm actually going to try something different today that I've been thinking about, but I haven't done yet. So today we're going to try it together. And I hope y'all guys like the other videos that I've done of cooking and all that. Like I said, I'm not a trained chef. I'm not a self-proclaimed perfectionist. None of that. I just like to cook. And you see people, I went to culinary school, and I think that's awesome. I think that's a lot of wisdom and insight. But sometimes, and I'm not saying this is always going to work, but sometimes I think just liking to do it. I was watching a show with Robert Irvine, the famous chef, and he never went to culinary school. Never. It doesn't mean that everybody's going to be able to cook like him or me. No, not at all. It just means that sometimes you don't have to have um, formal training in certain areas to be good at what you're doing. You know, I went to college and all that, and I never got my degree in business, but yeah, I ran a business for over a decade. Payroll, taxes, inventory, profit and loss, capital expenditures account I had it all. And what one friend told me, he says, you're actually doing it. What you're doing is what, in a sense, can't be taught in a school setting, and that's the real world experience of it. And I kind of agree with that, and that's why with the cooking and all, I never went to school for nothing, but I've always liked food. I've always liked to try different things, and some of the best things I've ever made, of course, came from inspiration by how I was raised. The best spaghetti I've ever had was my grandma Helen's, hands down the best. And I love my spaghetti. It has 3 different meats, many different spices, and the only other person that I made it for, other than my friends here, was a friend of mine. Whenever I visited him in Georgia, did it come out good? No, it didn't. I didn't stir it enough, and it ended up burning at the bottom of the big pot. And I tasted it right away. I was like, "Up, it's burned," you know. But the spaghetti's good. I just draw for things that I do like to experiment, but I kind of like a comfort zone. I like to stay in things that I know. I'd never cook salmon. I want to try it, but I'm kind of afraid of failing. I don't like failing. I want to try. One thing that I want to try that is it's like a little, I don't know what you would call it. I have no idea what you would call it. But you get a little bit of oil in the pan, get it nice and hot. Then you throw in finely diced garlic. You throw in some onions. You throw in little bitty bits of bacon. And then you throw in a little bit of butter. And then you throw in some kale. And let it all cook together. And then at the very end, you want to, whoa, the pot's raising the water. And at the very end, you throw in a little bit of acid, maybe some lemon or some lime. And I hate it whenever the pot does that, you know. But then you throw in some at the end, and then what you could do is like with my tilapia, is you get that little salad or whatever it is, you throw it underneath the tilapia, put the tilapia on top, underneath it like a bed of rice or something, and that, incredible. Do I know it'll be incredible? No, I've never tried it. But I believe with what the ingredients are and all the different flavor compounds, I believe it will come out good. So that's something that I want to try. Another friend a few minutes ago, he actually mentioned something that I do want to do. I actually have a camcorder, okay, and I'm actually charging the battery. And what I want to do is I want to make a video. It's going to be like a 3-part video. One of me going to the grocery store, showing y'all what I'm buying specifically, and then me prepping it. It's probably going to be my roast. I love my roast. And it's going to be the prepping it. It's going to have another part to where I'm putting it in the oven, another part halfway through I'm checking on it, and then the final reveal. That way, because even though I use basic ingredients, I still get text messages from people saying like, but what specifically did you use? Well, that's why I think that video is a really good idea. That way people can see, hey, this guy's actually at the grocery store. You already know it's going to be HEB. And that way I can show, hey, this is specifically what I use. For example, whenever I was in visiting a friend in Georgia, I did burn my spaghetti at the bottom. That one's hands down. But one of the meats that I actually use in it, that specific one that I use, they did not have at that grocery store. And I was like, and And then another one that I had, they added like a variant of it, and I was like, okay. So it sounds like I'm giving excuses. I'm not, but for what I make here at the house, I think it'll be good to do a video of that. So this is boiling. We're gonna see. It's probably gonna rise up as usual. I don't usually put oil in it. That's just me personally. I don't. And but I use butter. I use. Let me see if this doesn't rise. I use some black pepper. I throw in some Tonys. I throw in just a skosh of garlic salt. And then this little gem. A little bit of that and then some butter. See, it's already wanting to rise. This little rascal. Okay. So that's what I want to do for everybody watching. And so hopefully that'll come out good. And let me check on this because I don't quite like mine al dente, but then at the same time I don't like it all soft and mushy. I don't. So, but I usually end up cooking this twice, believe it or not. That's just the way I make it. So I just took some noodles out, and let's see. It's ready. Yep. Okay, so I'm going to take this off of the heat. Okay, we're going to come over here. I don't normally strain it all the way. That's just not what I do. So I'm going to need 2 hands for this. So I'm just going to put the phone down for a few seconds. Okay, so the fire's not on. So this is the way I like to make it for me. Some black pepper. Okay, I like pepper. Okay, then throw in some Tonys. Okay, as y'all can see, it's not honestly going to be a lot. Okay, then opening this up with one hand is pretty difficult. Then some garlic salt, just normal. I just use H-E-B Hill Country Fair garlic salt. Okay. Then this little gem right here. I don't use a lot. Okay. Maybe just that much. Okay, now I have to open up these packages of the normal seasoning, so hold on. Okay, now I'm going to try something different today that I've been wanting to try. So I got this all mixing up, and that is mixed vegetables. I honestly want to try this. So with one hand here. Okay. Now I'm going to add in some butter. So y'all guys hold on real quick. Once again, I'm sorry. Okay, so I got this sitting here. Just gonna mix it all up. I got everything in here. And I just hope that it comes out good because I always make this. I just never make it with the mix of vegetables. So the way this video isn't forever long for ramen, I'm actually gonna try some real quick and just see how it goes, and then I'll let y'all guys go to try it on y'all's own and see what y'all think. So with that being said, I'm gonna try some. Yes. The flavor of a little bit of the juice of the mixed vegetables, hands down, yes. So try this with y'all's ramen. Tell me what y'all guys think, okay? Y'all guys have a great day.